Hello, everyone. I normally don't do this sort of thing. Because at heart, I really don't care about politics. Okay? I mean, do I have a lot invested in it? Of course I do. Okay? But doesn't mean I really cared who won the election the other night. Okay? But let's get one thing straight. Okay? I'm a Democrat. I'm a liberal. Okay? And I also have to mention that I am partial to the feminist worldview, okay? But it doesn't necessarily mean I totally agree with every aspect of the feminist movement or every aspect of liberal or any of that, okay? In fact, I am kind of centered left in just about everything, okay? Using terms like liberal and Democrat and feminist are very nasty words to a lot of people out there. And might as well just you know, use them to your advantage and use them to your disadvantage. Okay, because those words mean a lot of things to a lot of people in many different ways. Okay, and this video is not coming out of some sort of somber tone or anything like that. I'm not even mad about Donald Trump being president elect right now. Okay, I'm not even mad that Hillary Clinton did not get elected. Okay, because I really didn't care for her. Okay, and yeah, like I said, I do identify as feminist for the most part. And yes, I'm sure I could probably lean towards something towards the center of that. But you know, when you talk about what went on to this election and what went wrong with it, it's not because Donald Trump won. Because, no, that's not what went wrong the other night. No. What went wrong the other night is people got careless. Okay, people really got jaded because they were so sure that Hillary Clinton would win. Okay. And I chose not to vote. Okay. Let me make that part clear. I chose not to vote because I really didn't care for Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump, and I didn't want to go independent or anything like that. Okay. I really didn't want to go for indie president or anything like that. Okay. But Hillary Clinton was not going to be a good president. Let's make that clear. It's not because she's a female. It's not because of any of that. It's because I don't think she would have done a good job. She would have had a lot more going against her. You still have a House elected of Republicans to deal with. A lot of the Senate is Republicans, so they would have knocked every good thing she could have done for us right out of the ballpark. Okay, so yes, in a way, it's good that Donald Trump is president in the United States right now, and I'll tell you why. Okay, a lot of Republicans really don't care for the guy, and yes, he has Pence for that very reason. The only reason why he put Pence as his vice president is because he knows a lot of hardcore grassroots Republicans were not in his favor. Okay. In fact, I would actually imagine that Donald Trump only became president because a lot of liberals elected him because they identified that he was not exactly your establishment. Okay, now you could say yes, Bernie Sanders could have gotten in. Yes, he could have, but at the same time, yeah, there was a lot of screw ups with the Democrats this year. Okay, this was a really big clusterfuck for the Democrats. If Joe Biden wanted to go run, he probably would have won it the other night, and it's not just because he's a man. Okay, it's because he would have been very, very popular. He's very popular now, and he would have been very popular, and I think he would have been able to knock Donald Trump peg it to. He might have even got that Bernie Sanders vote that Hillary didn't gain, and probably went to Trump. Okay, or probably went to an independent somewhere. This isn't a liberal or conservative issue here. Okay, This isn't about things like social justice warriors or racists or anything in between. Okay, this is about consensus. Okay, this is about overall mindset. It's not just because a bunch of members of the KKK decided to say Donald Trump's going to be president. Let's go for that. No, 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 no. There were actually quite a few liberals who were behind Donald Trump because they saw in him the opportunity to do something that was not going to be put there by Hillary Clinton. Because Hillary Clinton is just so mired in her own machine. So I think that is the real thing that went wrong with Hillary Clinton. It's, I mean, yeah, there are other contributing factors such as social justice warriors. I think they were more harm than good. Okay, I think a lot of hardcore feminists were more harm than good for her. I'm not hardcore in any of that stuff. I mean, I'm all for I'm all for social justice. Okay, let me get that part out of the way. Okay, I believe in equality for all races, all religions, all creeds. Whether if you're black, white, Latino, Hispanic, any of that nonsense. Okay, Asian, Puerto Rican, whatever nationality you're from, whatever you are. Okay, I believe we are all equal. Okay, I believe that you know gay people should be able to marry whoever the heck they want. Okay, I believe that you know everybody should be treated fairly as protected by our Constitution, whether if you're male, female, black, white, Hispanic, Latino, whatever else you are. Okay, this isn't a black white issue. This isn't Hispanic issue. This isn't an Asian issue or European issue. This is a world issue too. We have to take this time to reflect as liberals, okay, and as Democrats, okay, and really rethink everything. Okay, I'm not saying that we should answer this with violence or hatred. No, 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 no. That's the way of everybody else out there. If we give in to the hate and we give in to the rage and all that, we prove we are no better than who we are supposed to be fighting against. And already there are people rioting against Donald Trump, and it is not a good thing. That is not a good thing. I even dreaded that. The minute I heard that man was being elected as president, I mean, yeah, there probably would have been chaos if Hillary elected. Let's get that out of the way, because there were a lot of crazy people on his side, too. And her side, both sides had their crazy people. But the fact that, there are a lot of people who were out there picketing and rioting in the name of Hillary Clinton losing the election, that is not a good thing. That is not a good thing. And now I'm really scared that things are only going to get worse for both sides. That anybody who identifies as a conservative who really doesn't share all those big wig conservative worldviews, such as abortion rights, gun control, and all that, and some of them people are actually really good people. Okay, and I also fear for people who identify as liberal. I fear for people who identify as gay, as Republican or Democrat, straight, transgendered. I fear for everybody right now, because this is not going to end well, no matter who won the other night. And I think it's only going to get worse from here. Not just because Donald Trump won, or Hillary could have won, but because this thing has been boiling for a good time now, and now I think it's just going to come out, and it's going to rip everything apart. Trump wants us to stand together. He's not going to get it, regardless of what you think about him. It's not going to happen because everybody's just losing their minds regardless. I'm just glad I was crazy before everybody else was in this. You know, I'm glad I identify as a crazy person, because, hey, if you can't beat them, you join them. So might as well just identify as yourself as a crazy person, because I sure as heck could do. It's fun being crazy sometimes. When the world goes mad, why not go mad with it? Um, so, yeah, I probably would have said these words if Hillary Clinton would have won. Okay, let's get that part out of the way, though. Because, yeah, I really wasn't in favor of her. I really wasn't. But at the same time, I do not like the idea Donald Trump is being our president. Okay, these are two things that should have not have been. And I think our election process is screwed up. I think democracy is screwed up. And maybe I should just become an anarchist and just get it done over with. I don't know anymore. uh, so yeah, that's what I have to say about this whole thing. This isn't a butthurt thing. This isn't even a social justice warrior thing. This isn't anything but a ravings of somebody who is just so not caring about everything that when actually something does happen, they're like more stunned than upset. And that's what I am. I'm more stunned than I'm upset. And I think a lot of us are. So before anybody points the finger of who really is to blame, yes, do that, but at the same time, reflect on yourself too. And self reflection is the best thing to do right now. Reflect on yourself, reflect on who you are as a person, no matter what you are, liberal, conservative, Democrat, Republican, gay, straight, everything in between, black, white, Latino, Asian, any of that. It doesn't matter. Any race, any creed, you know, this is not going to be fun, regardless who won the other night, and it's going to be pretty interesting, to say the least. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, it could be okay, but I wouldn't give my hopes up. I think this world is going to really tear itself apart soon, and I am not looking forward to the next 4 years, no matter what. Thank you for your time. I'm sorry for rambling, but whatever.